You want me to put that on my todger?
Harry's wife. The big money comeback. Ah, the sound of golden coins falling, music to the ears of Harry's wife. Her obsession with money is part of the residual benefits that her narcissism goes after. That she pursues money because money allows her to control other people. It allows her to buy awards, which she can then triangulate people with. It allows her to have a huge house, which you can triangulate people with. It enables her to purchase private aeroplane travel, which then she can triangulate people with it by showing that she is wealthy and better than you. She has pursued money all of her life, and whilst, of course, money is very important, for someone such as Harry's wife, it forms a residual benefit. Some narcissists are less bothered about money than others. Somatic narcissists invariably find it to be something of importance to them. Wanting it, wanting more, and using it. Harry's wife, of course, has a desperate thirst for this money. But the problem that she got is that she is of limited ability and talent when it comes to actually being able to generate it. So far, she's had considerable success making herself wealthy, albeit off the backs of others, or occasionally on her own back. The Mail tells us, with an article from Martin Robinson, that she's going to go after the big money. It poses the question, so what will Harry's wife's next move be? How the Duchess has remained in the shadows as Harry had his year in the limelight. See parts passing with regard to hanging him out to dry. But that she's plotting a big money comeback. What happens is that the issue of money comes upon her radar, and therefore she has to contemplate what she's going to do to get more money. Furthermore, remember there's a small cottage industry which now surrounds her, and those individuals are tasked with ensuring that she finds a way to make more money because they will have a vested interest in that. There are individuals that which will give the appearance of being supportive and liking her, but only because they have a vested interest in making money out of her. The article tells us Harry's wife has been in hiding for months as Prince Harry promotes Spare, but she is set to make a very public comeback just days after the coronation, with new television projects plus the TIG 2.0, also said to be in the pipeline. This fucking website has been in the pipeline for God knows how long. Of course, that's typical of a narcissist, repeatedly making mention of something and then drawing it out and drawing it out and drawing it out. The Duchess of Sussex has only been seen 4 times in public since the launch of the Sussex's Shitflix series in December. As experts claimed, she has kept her head down to avoid flack sparked by her husband's royal-trashing memoir. The reality is that she has kept a distance because her narcissism has directed her to do so that he gets all the flack and she doesn't. Once again, it's part of her asserting control. Brand experts told Mail Online that Harry's wife would be wise not to announce any new ventures until after May the 6th, or face more accusations of using her royal links to make piles of cash without actively supporting the king or the institution itself. Now, it's important to understand that she doesn't give a fig about the accusations, apart from the fact that they impact upon her facade, and therefore her ability to control. If she could get away with it, and not face the criticism, she'd do so. She doesn't care about the timing, she doesn't care about leveraging off something else. That's the way that she makes her living. The article continues by explaining an opportune time will come 10 days after the coronation, when she's in New York on May 16th as a guest of honour at the annual, Women of Vision Awards, load of shite, where she will be described as one of the, one of the most, powerful and influential women in the world. Goodness me, the stench of bullshit today is somewhat overwhelming. I must reach for a scented tangerine to take away that awful odour in my beautiful nostrils. That's better. Apparently, she's collecting an award for being a feminist, champion of human rights and gender equity and global role model. Goodness me, the stench is back. Minion 245, pass me another tangerine, please. Yes. Essence of Ultra. What a far headier scent to have. Her decision not to be in London next month to see her father-in-law crowned king will allow her to celebrate Archie's 4th birthday with her mother Doria, see parts past him. But it'll also give her time to plot her next move in TV, books and podcasting, insiders claim. More podcasting, more self-absorbed bollock talking. One source told The Telegraph that Archewell, the Sussex's broadcasting business, is looking to hire writers to create feel-good shows, including romantic comedies for shitflakes. What? You mean Harry's wife isn't going to write a feel-good show? What? You mean she hasn't got the ability to write a teleplay? Who'd have thought it? She's also looking increasingly likely to relaunch her blog, So You Keep Fucking Telling Us, The TIG, having seen how Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop lifestyle website has made the actress $200 million, pounds or more. That, of course, is character trait acquisition on the part of Harry's wife, and essentially she looks at it and thinks, well, if Gwyneth can do it, I can do it. The difference is Gwyneth takes it rather seriously, and although, as we all know, that Gwyneth is a narcissist that gets bumped into on ski slopes, she actually had a proper career behind her, rather than making her money out of leeching off other people all of the time. Harry's wife was reportedly very upset by a merciless episode of South Park, Threat to Control, which was dedicated to lampooning the couple with a fictitious worldwide privacy tour while plugging a memoir. Perhaps the most brutal moment came when the prince opened his wife's mouth to look inside and found nothing. An unkind reference to her being an empty vessel. Not unkind, it's entirely accurate. PR guru Mark Bukowski said that Harry's wife's next move is crucial because Spare and her husband's truths in the media blitz that followed had damaged his brand and tarnished her reputation too, as millions believe Harry went too far. Despite her attempts, of course, to distance herself from him, he is still an extension of her and is seen that way by members of the public. Mr. Bukowski said, she's kept her head down for some time. I suspect this is due to the noise that accompanied Despair. It created debate and a huge amount of coverage. I don't think it played well in America, especially with their fundraisers. The royal family refused to comment, so it became a one-sided, whinging and a visceral story. Are you sure it's not guttural? Of his life that didn't resonate well. And they were both challenged by that because they are on a constant mission to raise money and generate coverage to help her brand. There is nothing for her to gain from disrupting the King's big day. There absolutely is everything for her to gain from disrupting the King's big day. She has to. She needs to stand back. In the PR game, it is choosing your battles, and the strategy will be to get past the coronation. Now, what you'll have here, of course, is a clash between the PR advice that she will get and that her narcissism straining at the leash to ensure that she disrupts the King's big day. The fact that she's not there is a statement that the UK doesn't particularly engage with her and looks like, poor me. With multi-million-pound bills to pay, Harry's wife may also look for a second series of her Spotify podcast, Archewipes. While the couple could front more shows for Shitflix, who signed them up for a reported $100 million in 2020. Well, at least it'll provide me with an opportunity to analyse more of her behaviours if we have to suffer more Shitflix and Archewipes material. Friends of Harry's wife, though she doesn't really have any, have claimed that her low profile in recent months has been to support her husband, bullshit, as he released Spare and put their children first, the opposite of what Harry claimed his childhood in Britain was like. Facade management, of course. This is all being done, of course, to try and generate some sympathy. But it's also being done, once again, to draw attention onto her. Look, I've got big things in the pipeline. Look, I'm going to do something like Goop. Look, I'm going to be doing more podcasting. Look, it's going to be more Shitflix series. It's all about utilising the press through these releases to draw attention onto her.
But it's also the fact that she's going to have to start doing something because she has expensive tastes, but the money is drying up. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.